Man, y'all need to pay attention because we are watching a masterclass in corporate survival. We got Jeff Nippard, the king of the manlets, the Napoleon of natural bodybuilding. This dude is 5'5", standing on his tiptoes, but his wallet is 6'7". And for the last 10 years, what has been his product? What has he been selling you? Volume.
For the last 100 days, I cut all my workouts in half. I wanted to see what would happen if I went from doing my usual 3 to 4 sets per exercise down to just one all-out set, sometimes 2. Would I lose muscle? For as long as I've been training, I've always been a pretty high-volume guy. For one, that's the way the bodybuilding greats like Arnold, Ronnie Coleman, and Jay Cutler all trained, and it's also what the science suggested was most optimal.
He built an entire empire on the idea that more is better. He had the studies, he had the charts, he had the glasses on. He told you, according to the 2017 meta-analysis, you need to do 20 sets per muscle per week to optimize hypertrophy. And y'all listened. You were in the gym for 2-3 hours a day. You were doing 4 sets of bench, 4 sets of incline, 4 sets of flies, 4 sets of push-ups. You were destroying your joints, missing meals, all because the little science man said it was optimal. He created a culture of overthinking. If you weren't tracking your mesocycle volume, you weren't training. But now, look at the pivot. Look at the title of the video. I cut my workout in half. He comes out and says, actually, guys, low volume is kind of the wave. I just do 1 or 2 hard sets now. It feels great. Now, a regular person might watch that and say, oh, wow, Jeff learned something new. Science evolved. Nah, please. The science didn't change. The market changed. Jeff Nippard is a businessman. He looks at the trends. And what is trending right now? Who is the biggest fitness influencer in the world right now? Sam Sulek. And what does Sam Sulek do? Does he use a spreadsheet? Does he talk about moment arms? Does he cite studies from 1994? No. Sam Sulek walks into the gym, puts on a hat, lifts the heaviest shit in the room until his face turns purple, gets a pump, and goes home to eat chocolate milk. He is the anti-Jeff. And Jeff sees this. He looks at his analytics. He sees the kids aren't clicking on 20-page meta-analysis anymore. They are clicking on heavy duty. They are watching Mike Mentzer clips on TikTok. The culture shifted back to the meathead era. So what does Jeff do? Does he admit that the bros were right all along? Does he admit that Dorian Yates told us this in 1992? Hell no. He gentrifies it. He takes the concept of high-intensity training, which is gritty, dirty dungeon gym shit, and he cleans it up. He puts a lab coat on it. He runs a $40,000 experiment to prove what every inmate in San Quentin already knows. He is Columbusing high-intensity training. He landed on the shores of Lift Heavy and stuck a flag in it like, I discovered this. I call it the Min-Max method.
In the meantime, if you're looking for a low-volume, high-intensity program like the one that I ran during this challenge, you can get my brand new Min-Max program over at jeffnippard.com, and it's 25% off for launch week.
Bro, that is just lifting weights. It's like when McDonald's started selling salads. They didn't care about health. They just saw that people stopped buying Big Macs, so they pivoted to keep the customers. Jeff realizes that people are tired of the spreadsheets. So he is rebranding common sense as a revolutionary scientific breakthrough. He's saying, hey, did you know if you try really hard, you don't have to do as much work? No shit, Jeff. If you sprint, you don't have to jog for an hour. But he wraps it in this science packaging so he can sell it back to the nerds who were too scared to just be a bro. It's okay, Timothy. You aren't just lifting heavy like a brute. You are maximizing the stimulus to fatigue ratio via high-intensity motor unit recruitment. It's the same shit. It's just a different label on the bottle. So I ain't mad at Jeff. He saw the ship sinking and he hopped onto the lifeboat of high intensity. But don't let him gaslight you into thinking this is new. The bros have been here for 40 years, waiting for the nerves to catch up. Now watch how he justifies the switch. Watch the linguistic gymnastics this man performs. He drops this term, the focus effect. He says, I call it the focus effect. When you know you only have 1 or 2 sets to get the job done, you lock in. You bring the intensity. The focus effect? Bro, that is just trying hard. But see, Jeff is smart. He knows he can't sell effort. He can't copyright grinding. So, he has to science-ify it. He has to give it a medical-sounding name. The focus effect. He is selling you tap water and calling it hydration serum. He's selling you air and calling it oxygen therapy. And then he tells on himself. He drops the confession. He says, during my high-volume workouts, my focus would taper off. I go on my phone, I start socializing, the workout would drag on. So for the last 5 years, when you were telling us that high volume was optimal, you were sitting on the leg press machine scrolling TikTok. He's admitting that the science-based method failed because it was boring. You cannot maintain killer instinct for 3 hours. Jeff had to spend 100 days and $40,000 to discover that if you actually pay attention to what you are doing, you get better results. Wow. Get his man a Nobel Prize. Just lift the damn weight, Jeff. But he can't. He has to package it. He has to wrap trying hard in a bow so he can sell it to the guys who are scared to sweat. Why is Jeff Nippard telling us all this now? Is it because he wants us to be free? Hell no. It's because he launched a new product, the Min Max program. He says, if you want a low-volume, high-intensity program, buy my new guide. It's 25% off for launch week. There it is. Do you see the hustle? Do you see the brilliance? Step 1, sell you the high-volume Bible. Tell you to do 20 sets, make you hate the gym. Step 2, wait for you to get tired and depressed. Step 3, sell you the minimalist cure. He created the disease, overtraining, and now he's selling you the vaccine, undertraining. It's the perfect business model. It's like a dentist handing out Jolly Ranchers in the waiting room. Here, ruin your teeth so I can fix them later. He calls it Min Max. That sounds like some Dungeons and Dragons shit. He knows his audience. He knows you nerds love to min-max your stats in World of Warcraft, so he's using that language to sell you a workout plan that is basically just do less work. He realized that normal people have lives. So instead of losing those customers, he pivoted. Oh, you don't have time? No problem. Give me $50 and I'll tell you how to work out for 20 minutes. So what is the lesson here? Jeff Nippard is a smart guy. I give him that. But he is a trend chaser. He rode the high-volume wave until it crashed into the rocks. Now he's riding the Mike Mentzer heavy-duty wave because that's what the TikTok algorithm likes right now. But mark my words, in 2 years, when people get bored of doing one set, he's gonna drop a video called Why I Went Back to High Volume. And he's gonna sell you the Volume Resurrection Program. You're gonna be stuck in the Nippard cycle forever. Stop being sheep. The answer has always been the same. It was the same in the 70s, the 90s, and today. Lift heavy, eat food, sleep. You don't need a $40,000 study to tell you to try hard. I'm out. I'm gonna go do 1 set of bench press, scream lightweight, and leave.